Okay, greetings. Welcome to a mostly unplanned live stream. I'm not going to be able to go on too long tonight, unfortunately. I'm just going to check playback and everything. Bear with me 1 minute, please. Yeah, I hope everyone out there is okay. Can't say the same for myself, unfortunately. Suffering like mad at the moment with... I've always had poor hearing. Well, not always. But the last 5 years or so, my hearing started really going. And... ringing in my ears, which drowned out a lot of things. But just this last sort of 5 days or so, since about Wednesday, it feels like I'm wearing headphones constantly. Feels like someone's inflated a balloon in both ears, and it's just torture at the moment. As I say, like, just having the ringing on its own would be a blessed relief, believe me. I'm not sure if it's an ear infection or something, but it's making talking difficult, listening impossible. So I'm not streaming tonight. I also didn't manage to do one last week because I had other commitments. I had a really early start on Monday. So, yeah, I did want to do one tonight, although, actually, I just put up a community post. If you follow my channel. Where is that? I'll just show my screen a minute. Yeah, so as far as the audio goes, how well it sounds, I'm not a good judge because I can't hear the stream myself hardly. Can't hear anything, can't even hear my own voice, so I might be talking really loud, might be talking really quiet, no idea. But we'll make the best of it. Just thought I would maybe do 20 minutes, half an hour or so, just sharing a couple of scenarios that have happened over the last few days and stuff. If anyone wants to say hello in the live chat, it's always good to see you in there. I hope my voice isn't being drowned out by the music, by the way. Right, we usually... Yeah, to be honest, I was thinking of just playing my best bits compilation. That will probably take up the majority of this stream, actually, but I am going to be... talking and properly live for at least 20 minutes, I would have thought, this evening. On that note, I think we'll play in with a video, just giving the audience a chance. Hang on, I was going to show the community post, wasn't I? That isn't going to work. Oh no, of course it isn't. Where's my display? Yeah, over on my channel, I know you see community posts if you're like looking at YouTube on the app. I don't know how well they come up on the web browser, so if you're just viewing from a web browser, you may not actually see these. Yeah, I put this out 2 hours ago, basically saying that my next proper live stream was coming soon. I was hoping to get back to the proper schedule. And that I'll be back in the next day or two with all the usual suspicion and scrutiny. That is what this channel is mainly about, scrutinising the mainstream. So when I'm back to 100%, then we'll get back to doing that. Hopefully this, whatever it is, infection, deafness, will pass. We'll see. Right. Yeah. Main thing we're going to look at is the numbers, actually, when we do a proper live stream, which hopefully will be in a couple of nights. I've got to give credit where it's due. The first person I ever heard talk about numerology, that being Chaldean and Pythagorean, is Russian Vids. Now, of course, he's not the first person or only person to mention numerology, but he is the first place I heard it. So without watching him, I wouldn't have known about it. So yeah, I believe he's got a new channel out as well. So How easy can we share Russian vids video? Yeah, a lot of channels that some of the channels I subscribe to really go into numerology in a much more in-depth way. There's one there, The Illusion, and he's very into it. Completely, seems to talk an awful lot about other areas of it that I'm not so familiar with. I do have a Chaldean and Pythagorean calculator just to work out the names, because quite often in videos I'll say, oh, they get the numbers in, but if you don't know what that means, then it's meaningless, of course. Right, where's RV's new YouTube channel? Yeah, I understand not everyone likes the same channels. I believe he's gone back to being called Russian Vids. Huh, can't find him. Maybe it's okay, I will share a link to his channel, or at least his Twitter account. Right, I won't get too off track. Okay, we'll play in them for 5 minutes with some of Bobby's best bits, okay, just to give the audience a chance to grow, because I didn't schedule this stream. Right, I'll turn the audio off, the music off, I mean. Yeah, this video is, I'll be back in 5 minutes once this plays out, and then we'll start properly. Okay, where are we? Okay, yeah, thanks for your patience. I appreciate you giving me a few minutes to get myself prepared. Where are we? Okay, yeah, I'll be back to the stream in about the next 5 minutes or so. If anyone's got any interesting topics that they think we might want to look at, I don't think we'll look at it too closely tonight, but when we come back on early in the week, hopefully, then we will look at more in-depth subjects. Okay, see you in 5 minutes. Oh, do you know what? I do just have to set some audio up. Bear with me a second. I hope that sounded all right on the whole. Okay. Yeah, just set my sound so that you get to hear the proper audio. Okay, enjoy Bobby's best bits. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, anyone who caught last week's stream will know we discussed Archie pretty heavily. I spent a bit of Thursday and a fair bit of Friday working on a video, just looking at the major points of the Archie story, or at least what we covered of it. There is so much more, it's unbelievable. The video I put up, I had to take down for one reason or another, because that is one subject that is going to get people riled up, obviously, naturally. Some young kid being on a life support, and then some other person just comes out of nowhere and starts saying, even questioning its existence. Do I actually know what the situation is? No. I'm looking at it with one pair of eyes. All I can go on is my experience, knowing how much mainstream media lies, how everything seems to be an advert for something. Will this story with Archie turn out just to be an advert? I don't trust what's being reported either one way or another. It doesn't go down well when you start questioning, well, any of these stories. I would say every story I've ever done, starting with the likes of the Lion of London, Roy Larner, I got a load of negative feedback from that, you could say. People threatening to track me down and stuff. They never did it, even when I told them what city I lived in. When I covered, who was that girl that claimed she got repeatedly gang raped at the hands of kidnappers in Africa? I can't remember her name. The story was a complete load of rubbish, as you can imagine. And it all ended up being just one big advert for a series of books that they released. What else Obviously, calling out Ashley Kane and Safi Varanin, who are reporting that their child's dying of leukemia, and here's someone coming out suggesting they might be full of spit. Doesn't go down well with the people who these stories have emotionally touched, which of course they're going to because they're such emotive stories. How can you fail to react one way or another? Either absolute disgust that such a thing is being used to fill the airwaves, as it was, the mainstream are selling their news reporting off the misery and death of these people. When someone comes out and suggests that it might not be that way, it goes down like a sack of spuds, you could say. Not popular. Then, probably the biggest comeback I've ever got on a video, in terms of volume anyway, not in terms of vitriol, but in terms of the amount of people responding, was the ones I made about Jake Quickenden, whatever he's called, and his fake baby Leo. Convinced that baby's a fake from start to finish. Lovers of Jack Quickenden, or bots, whatever you want to call it, they flooded the comments section on my videos pointing out how wrong I was. None of them could offer anything more than anecdotal evidence. Here I was sharing information from specialists on baby care who were clearly saying babies are not able to hold their heads up until 3 to 4 weeks. Sorry, that's just when they get enough muscle control to start moving their head. To actually hold it up, they reckon is something like 2 to 3 months. Anyway, here was these babies after a matter of 10 days, 20 days, being able to crawl up people's chests and whatnot. It's absolutely crazy. Didn't go down well calling that one out either. The one which probably people were most in agreement with was obviously Harry and Meghan. I know I picked up a lot of subscribers from putting those videos out. Well, I got a lot of people accusing me of doing the video because Meghan is black, as they would say. I don't believe she's black, really. Probably a Caucasian male. What do the police call it? IC1 male or something? I've heard it said in these police programs where they radio in to report whoever the mischief maker is, and if they're a white male they call them an IC1 or something. KG said my neighbours are very nice but they believe everything on the television. Yeah, unfortunately KG, I also am surrounded by people that accept every word they see to the point where they will absolutely let it dominate their lives. Hey Mudlark, I hope you can hear me alright, let me know. This isn't... I assume I've got everything enabled. Great, glad to hear it. Just thought I'd do a quick impromptu one to show off the animals. I've mentioned them a few times, so I thought while I was in the garden and it was quiet. Okay, we are back. Hope the audio sounds alright. Yeah, we'll lose that video. We might play a bit more at the end, actually. Obviously, that's my cats. I do have a single photo of the week to share of the kittens, actually. Because, yeah, you can't watch a Bobby Zines live stream and not see cats. I know we've seen some just then, but here is just one picture of the kittens. That's all we're going to see tonight. Yeah, they're still causing havoc, of course. And no matter how terrible we feel, you can't not tidy up after them. You can't not ignore them. So, yeah, they've certainly kept me occupied. Right. Where's this picture? I'm just bringing the shot up. Okay, yeah, here. This is Jerry. They must be like 10 weeks old now. They're getting close to like where you would let them out. To be honest, a life of changing litter trays isn't what I want to do, so we do let our cats out, and yeah, we'll see how they get on going out, see if they run around our garden. Okay, yeah. I just thought it was a nice picture. He sat on the radiator looking like, king of the castle, as it were. Oh, I can lose that bit of information scrolling across the bottom. Yeah, hi to Mudlark, who is in the live chat. Right, we'll bring our image back up for a minute. Tonight is pretty much live and unplanned, more unscheduled, because I did actually say I wasn't going to do a stream tonight, but then I thought, what's half an hour? I can power through it. It would then mean 2 weeks of not doing my Sunday live stream. And there's so many other great YouTubers out there that if you're not watching me, there's plenty of other people you can watch. So yeah, as always, thumbs up, shares and whatnot are massively appreciated if it's something you feel this live stream is deserving of. Mudlark mentioned in the clip of Bobby's Best Bits about Jake Quickenden and how he probably paid for the bots to defend him, because my channel, my videos were flooded with people knocking me, telling me I was sick, telling me I needed to get help, for suggesting that his baby was a fake. It's CGI all the way. I will say Jake Quickenden was the only celeb, as it was, that actually contacted me, but in my opinion, if he's paying for bots, then they're probably paying people to run all their social network accounts for them. I doubt that anyone named Jake Quickenden actually contacted me on Twitter. They were just using probably the same people that do all the CGI. They got whole teams running these social networks, not like this channel. And that's why I only manage one video a week. And I'm not particularly active on YouTube. Perhaps I should dedicate more time to it. But hey, we'll see. Right. Yeah, I wanted to. Mudlight says it's the first time you ever heard of Jake Quickenden. To be honest, I can't remember how I heard about him. I think it came on Instagram. Where a lot of these videos are shared, particularly his stuff, particularly the stuff about Ashley Kane and their fake baby. It all seems to go on Instagram. All the fake babies are over there, and no doubt also on TikTok as well. Probably plenty on YouTube, but that's where I happen to see Jake Quickenden's name. Right. But while I don't doubt some are bots, you've got to say how many people are actually taken in by these stories, taken in by the to the point where they think no one would be sick enough to fake such a story, or even to fake having a baby. What would be the point? But if you look closely at these Instagram accounts, what all they are marketing tools. They're basically adverts. Every second post or every few posts, they're constantly sharing promotions for products for whatever reason, they have to cover. They have to share links. They appear in pictures with products from shops. It's certainly an income stream as far as they're concerned. It's not someone's Sunday night ramble or rant about the mainstream media. This is their life. Whereas for me, all my social networks and YouTube channel is one night a week where I let myself give into it, as it were, or listen to it. Otherwise, I shut it out, because all you get is bullspit 24/7 from that pile of rubbish. I gotta say, in the last, obviously, masks being a massive one that was pushed completely on TV. It was the news telling you, they're going to create laws that tell you have to wear a mask. Personally, I've never put one on. In the last couple of weeks, having to visit people in hospital, and actually last night I ended up in A&E. Well, they don't call it A&E anymore. Urgent treatment or something, ward. And yeah, huge pressure from the nurse who went round to everyone, telling everyone they had to put it on. I told them I'm exempt. I was asked, have you got... First time I've ever been asked if I had or proof or a lanyard. Well, maybe not the first time. I've been asked on the trains, but okay, the first time, yeah, off public transport that I've ever been asked to show my lanyard, and I didn't have it on me. And I said, I wasn't exactly planning to come into A&E and spend half the night there. Well, and most of the mornings. Absolutely ridiculous. I ended up there because, do you know what I've been telling? I tell anyone who listens, to be honest, observe the Sabbath day, take seriously the day of rest. And constantly on Saturdays now, when people break that, people I know, they end up in absolute spit, in absolute scrapes, falling over, hurting themselves. And last night, someone ended up in A&E. I had to escort them, and yeah, a nurse right in my face telling me to put a mask on, and demanding I show a lanyard or show proof. Couldn't do it, although I did have a card actually on me, but I couldn't be stuffed to get it out. And then she actually asked me, "What is your exemption?" I just told her private, not. A room full of people listening, I'm not prepared to share what my hidden issues are that prevent me from doing what absolutely everyone else is. To be honest with you, they are. Yeah, I'm not putting my faith in government. I'm not putting my faith in government advice. A crappy paper mask, 100%. Put my faith in reading the Holy Scriptures and learning from them. It's what I dedicate a huge amount of my day to. So eventually, just moved on to the next person and asked them. But I was the only person in that A&E ward, as far as I know, that refused to put one on. And it's such a ridiculous subject. Sorry to even bore everyone with it, but you have to hold your ground, you have to stand firm. And it is a bit intimidating having someone waving a paper mask at you. Well, it can be. But you just got to not be intimidated, not be pushed, not peer pressured into it. Oh, everyone else is doing it, so I should be doing it. No. Yeah. And you do actually get a sense of, once you stand up to these people and refuse to go along with it. Now, if she had told me to leave the ward, I would have done it. It wasn't me seeking treatment. Happily, I would have left that ward. But they didn't. They just moved on. And I've been visiting another family member in hospital, even on a ward where everyone supposedly had bullshit 19. I went on without a face covering. Oh, no, actually, not everyone. And they did say it's at my discretion. They suggest people put them on because they're around sick people, but it's at our discretion if we choose not to. So yeah, I'm absolutely upholding that one. No one else will hold up your exemptions for you. You have to be prepared to do it for yourself, or forget it. Thanks, Mudlight, for saying the kittens are cute. Yeah, they range from being absolute sweethearts to absolute nightmares, but we wouldn't be without them. Although it'll be a lot easier once they're going out, put it that way. Although that brings its own issues. I know I've had people tell me you shouldn't let don't. Now I agree, keep a cat indoors if you're in the middle of a busy road or something. We're not. We're on actually the railway line, just behind it, in Bobby's Best Bits, you do see the back of my garden. You probably hear a train go by. I wouldn't be surprised. But anyway, at the front it's quiet, so the cats are generally pretty safe on the roads. Or else, we wouldn't let them out if that wasn't the situation. Mudlight says they're breaking the law by asking you what your exemption is. It's breaching the Disability Discrimination Act. Exactly. If she had pushed me for it, I would have probably gone into it. I just told her personal, and it was like a slap in the face. She couldn't answer it. She couldn't say anything back to it. So she knew she had to move along. I mean, is it now ridiculous to expect your personal medical issues to be confidential and not something you have to give out at anyone's request? Or else if you, not in my, well, yeah. At the moment, I'm pleased to say, strengthened massively by a few daily prayers, I am confidently able to say, I'm not going your route, thank you. I'll take my chances. I see Sunstars in the live chat. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hope you're doing well. As I said, I'm not doing well, unfortunately. I've got some sort of horrific, I don't know how horrific it is, some infection in the back of my ears at the moment, meaning I'm 95% deaf, maybe even 99%. I can hear if I put things right up to my ear, but otherwise, it's all muffled. It's like having a balloon blown up in your head, blocking your ears. It's horrific. And everyone, of course, they say, go to your doctor. Well, I know exactly what a doctor will do. Here's some antibiotics. I've said on this live stream before, I've never felt closer to death than on the 2 occasions that I was prescribed, I think, penicillin for an infection, for, a nasty, it was a tooth infection and my mouth had swollen up. Turns out all that pus is actually doing you a favour. It's actually protecting the infection, so trying to get rid of that too soon isn't a good idea. And as I said, it got to the point where I couldn't even keep the tablets down, and that was my body's way of telling me, look, these aren't for you. Of course, you tell the doctor that, flat out refusal. Well, no, it's the infection making you feel ill. No way. Like, I'm got this infection now in my ears. I don't actually feel ill. I'm just full of pus or whatever it is, swelling up somewhere. So, I'm grateful for that at least. Yeah, but not having your hearing is horrible. It does can leave you vulnerable, like walking in the streets in the middle of the night, having to visit someone who broke the Sabbath day and now has to go into A&E, and walking into that kind of environment, deaf, is not what you want to be doing. Mudlight, you hope I'm well? We all have to put up with this, with unwellness every so often, and it could be a lot worse, put it that way. I could be listening to some doctor tell me that, you've got a tumour. Yeah, good one. Unless, of course, obviously I would never make any, what would you call it, diagnosis of anyone's illness, but when it comes to my own health, I'm not gonna roll over immediately and run to the Vipers. They've all got Vipers on their ambulances, and snakes everywhere. We did a live stream about the Star of Life, and that is the symbol you see on pretty much every ambulance. Nasty place to be with their paper masks. I avoid it as much as possible, but of course we're not always in that situation to refuse when you can't, obviously, when you're in serious discomfort. Sunstar, as I say, I'm just going to let it run its course for the time being. If it gets particularly bad, I've only had it for about 5 days. If it gets worse, then I'll maybe change my approach, but at the moment it's bearable. But thank you, I hope so too. But until it clears up, I don't really want to attempt a proper live stream, so I'm just doing one where we're not looking too closely at any particular subject. You're sorry to hear that. I wish I could hear. at the moment, just having the ringing in my ears, I said earlier, would be a blessed relief. I mean, I've still got that, but with the... yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get my mind off that. Right, I did say I would be about 20 to 30 minutes. It is now 10:30. So I just wanted to share that anecdote about being in a hospital and being put under pressure to put a crappy mask on. So yeah, sometimes you just have to hold your ground. If it still comes up for you, if you haven't got to go into medical places, then generally you're safe. But I'm sure some government buildings expect it of you. Maybe. Always refuse. I'll never object to being turned away from a government building. Give me any reason you want not to go into one of them. Thanks, Sunstar. Yeah, I did. It would have been 2 weeks without doing one, as the previous week I was, getting up ridiculously early, which isn't a bad thing, getting up and seeing the morning, particularly on these short days, is getting... It was actually a really nice day today, and despite the fact I was coming back from, a hospital, it was nice to see the early morning sun, although it was getting on for late morning by the time we finally got out there, but... thanks, Sunstar. I appreciate you saying that. I'm hoping that in the next couple of days it'll have gone away, and I will do, as I said, I shared a community post looking at what let's see, looking at what we will be looking at when we do next do a stream. It will be numbers, kind of looking... we'll see how far we get with that, but the numbers always come up in these news stories, so I will share what information I have on it and what I mean when I say in these live streams, there's a 22, for example. What is the hoax code? And there's very much of it. So yeah, I will be back as soon as I can with that live stream. In the meantime, I hope you all have a good week. Anyone wishing to hit the thumbs up button, don't be shy, as it were. And likewise, my thanks to my Patreon, Linda Mack. There are links in the description for anyone who wants to have a look at that one. Follow me over on there. Otherwise, there's loads of other places I share content, actually. Twitter, I've got a BitChute account, but I don't use it a huge amount. 153 News, don't use that a huge amount. Mainly, I've got Instagram account, but don't use that much either. So, I will say, I've updated my background lines. I did at least feel up to doing that. We've now, let me see, hang on, can I change it? It's something I knocked together a little while back. Hope you like it. Although we've always got lines going in the background. That's just something that actually helps me to make sure the stream is running smoothly. I haven't had the live chat up tonight, but I do appreciate anyone who took the time and commented. That is Sunstar, Thunder Lightning, and Mudlight Digging Up the Thames. Thank you for saying hi tonight. I'm gonna play maybe for the next half an hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'll play some more of Bobby's best bits, and then I'll end the stream later, just in case anyone wants their fix of my stream, but aren't. But obviously I'm not able to carry on too late tonight based on my issues with my ear, based on the fact I didn't get any sleep last night at all, except for an hour or two. So I'm not in a position to do a particularly long live stream tonight, but I hope the one I shared has been acceptable. I think sometimes when you don't, keep it simple is always a good way to approach these live streams. So maybe, although I do like to, I do like to do things like catch up and whatnot, but perhaps for now on it will just be a photo of the week on the cats. We'll see how we get on. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Sunstar. I appreciate you. Yeah, by all means, check up on me. There's plenty of places you can find me. Twitter. My email address is on my channel. If anyone wants to get in touch, share any information, particularly anything you know about the numbers, anything you think worth listening to, and okay, I think we're going to call it a night there. Well, we're not going to call it a night. We're going to keep Bobby's Best Bits playing for a little bit, but I'm going to have to say goodnight. Okay, thanks Mudlark and Sunstar. Have a great week, and if anyone's fallen asleep listening to my live stream, that's fine. I take that as a compliment. Right, I'm just going to dull down the background a little bit. Where are we? And I'm going to leave you with an hour or so of, 45 minutes or so of Bobby's Best Bits. Alright, thanks for tuning in. Night Mudlark, night Sunstar. If you hang around for this, I hope you enjoy it. I'm going to be starting to wind down, and I'll end the stream in a little bit. Okay, take care everyone. Thanks for tuning in. Good night. Not getting any audio through the video, I believe. What's going wrong? Sorry. We can't have a Bobby Zones live stream without me messing up somewhere along the way. So, right, I'm going to have this text going across the bottom because this isn't a regular live stream. This is just, just something to keep my numbers up. Thanks for everyone taking the time to tune in tonight, and I'll be back. As soon as my ears are gone, I'll be back with a proper live stream. Alright, night everyone, take care. Let's hope the audio plays on this video. I can't hear any. Odd. I see what the issue is. My mistake. Okay. I hadn't started it. Okay, right, we're done. Enjoy Animals of Zion's Wood, as it were. Alright, cheerio. Show you him. This is Charlie. Came up. Not sure why. And this is our proper cat. Bear with me. This one's Tom. He's like 12 years old now, near enough. He's a bit of a grump sometimes. By the way, it's not really a wood, of course, it's just a back garden, but there he is. Ooh. Tommy. Thank you, Leona. Nice of you to say. He jumped all over me at about 4 o'clock this morning. Woke me up. Really persistent when he gets going. We got this massive rose bush that has overtaken everything. So yeah, you can enjoy me trimming that back for a minute if you want. Yeah, so I've mentioned him a few times as Tommy. Stage fright. Ivy, yes. Is it any good, Ivy? Can you do much with it? When you say computer, are you referring to my device? Because it's my phone I'm doing this on. Alright, anyone know the name of this? Again, we've let it get a bit out of control. Leona, I'm sorry to hear that. These two squabbling. I think they just play, actually. 1 minute one of them's a bit grumpy with the other. But generally we all get on. Charlie and this one's called Claude. But like I said, not our cat. Just comes over from over the road. This one popped out of nowhere. Decided he wanted to... A red robin tree. You're absolutely right, Jackie. I remember someone telling me the name of it the other day. Yeah, when we first moved in, it looked amazing, you know, all cut back. I've got to get the lawnmower out at some time. But yeah, this is my nemesis, actually. Almost. Yeah, pretty tough. I need some proper shears to cut it back. But it does produce very nice red roses. But it looks a bit of a mess at the minute. Oh, aye! Can't turn your back for a second. They're alright, they were just messing around, I think. I think that's how they fill their day. And there's Tom come to sort them out. He usually puts them in his place. 100 a sapling, what does that mean, Jackie? It's not something. Do you mean you can make 100 trees out of a sapling? This is entertainment time in the garden. I probably won't keep this up, and I won't... Oh, God. Oh, it's just landed on me. Oh, it's flown off. It was a hoverfly. Yeah, I won't be going very long. I won't be covering anything of any interest. Mudlight, your cat doesn't like you. Sorry to hear that. I sense that Tom, over there in the corner, 12 years old, I think he gets a bit fed up with all the visitors we have. And he's like, well, used to be your cat now. I got to share you with 2 others that have suddenly come to live with us. Plus, if we go here, basically my quiet day in the garden to myself with the cats has come to an end. So I'm going to have to say cheerio and good night. But thanks to those few that did stop in and say all right. I'm glad I could share my garden and cats with you. Yeah, thanks as always for tuning in. I will be Sunday night, as always. Always do a live one on Sunday, so if you can make it there, 9:30 p.m. British time, I'll see you then. I'm going to end recording. This is just coming in to say goodbye. Thanks for tuning in. Cheerio. How do I end it? Right. I saw this headline and I thought, oh wow, are they calling someone out on wearing a baby bump? I've covered these videos before. People wearing prosthetic bumps. I mean, if we look, you can actually see the bump strap. It looks to me like the strap of the bump going around her back. I say her, who knows what these people really are. Yeah, couldn't believe it. Someone's bump dropped down during a TikTok video. It's to me like just here, I think. Do you think that's what they were doing? Were they saying, big TikToker with 300,000 subscribers, or whatever they call them over on TikTok, gets shamed by baby bump falling down? Not at all, nope. We love TikTok for many a reason, not least because it's forever opening our eyes to the wonders of the human body. Don't buy it. TikTok is like YouTube, like Instagram, like Twitter even, full of fake crap. I came across an interesting video on here actually. It was called Dead Internet Theory. He mentions a theory where very suspicious of the internet. People are starting to, what's going on the internet is all blatantly fake. I'm going to put a link to this video if anyone wants to watch it. Description of this video. From celebrating bigger baby bumps to breaking down the rare medical phenomena of falling pregnant, already being pregnant, the app has it all. Now, one user, known as Weird Jamie, has shared the very special moment she captured her bump, drop down in inverted commas, in the middle of a workout. 38 weeks pregnant this person was meant to be at the time. So do you think they say comments were shocked to see such a blatant display of fraud? Or the person was criticised for recommending dangerous exercise to a pregnant woman? Nope, they got right behind it. Alongside a short clip that shows the mother-to-be getting stuck into a kettlebell workout, fitness fan Jamie wrote, "I nearly peed myself. Supposedly 38 weeks pregnant and the bump drops. What's that all about?" But it's fine, nothing to see here. Her followers couldn't get enough of the footage, with one writing in the comment, "That was really cool to see. You idiot. You moron. You don't see a frickin' fake baby bump. You normally never catch them drop in." Well, depends what celebrities you watch, I guess. Isn't there photos of Meghan Markle where her bump drops down? I'd like to say hello to, they're already here. Greetings, thanks for joining us. Good. Others used the clip as an opportunity to discuss workout while pregnant. What do you think they said about it? Let's first of all watch the moment where, point of view, you feel the baby drop mid-set. So here it is. Yeah, 38 weeks pregnant. Oops. Look at that face. Ooh. Unless it was deliberate. Look, she's looking around. Did anyone see that? Did anyone see my fake baby bump just drop? Oh, better hold it up. See, they won't show us standing back up again, will they? This is an article from Women's Health. Yeah, of course it is. Women's freaking Health. Another added, "Oh wow, I saw baby drop from here." And a third chimed in with, "That's actually visible. Whoa, stay strong, mama." What do you mean, mama? This person's wearing a fake frickin' baby bump and you're saying stay strong. So far, they've been watched 2.4 million times. Others use the clip as an opportunity to discuss working out while pregnant, with some expressing concern that vigorous exercise could be harmful, to which Jamie quickly shut down any worries, pointing out that so long as you're not drastically increasing the amount of activity you did pre-pregnancy, there should be very little to stress about. Yeah, an awful lot less to stress about when it's a rubber bump around you. As long as you're not increasing your workouts or pushing yourself, most doctors recommend continue with most of your pre-baby routine. So lifting weights, if you did that before you're pregnant, keep doing it. The NHS advice is in line, the NHS, who gives two spits what they've got to say, is in line with this too, and the website stating, "Keep up your normal daily physical activity and exercise, sport, running, yoga, dancing, even walking to the shops." Notice they do not say lifting weights. The reason is, I believe the spine literally bends when you're pregnant. It bends out of shape, is incredible, but part of the miracle of birth. But it means your back would be incredibly susceptible to lifting weights. 3 cheers for the magical bump drop moments. Yeah, great. Let's watch the rest of this person's channel, yeah? Plant addict, fitness junkie, soon to be mama, unapologetically myself. What do you reckon? Man in a, look at that big jaw, big chin. She just mockery. This is absolute pure freaking mockery, which I'm in a bit of a pessimistic mood tonight, you could say. Thank you for all the support. The sunshine fills my spirit and refreshes my soul. Garage workout session is officially back on, bitches. Look, just that mockery, you know? It's these people cannot help themselves when they put these bumps on. They have to start acting stupid. They start messing around. Very childish. Yeah, it just looks awful lot like they've recently given birth this character. So they already had a baby bump. I'm not saying it is 100% the same person, but Gabby's pregnancy, there is more than a passing resemblance to Weird Jamie over on TikTok. Not an identical, but similar in my book. I'm not sure how closely you can see the face. There is like a passing resemblance. Anyway, I'm gonna go to the... Okay, greetings. Thanks for joining, and I don't want this video to come across as me just being horrible about a woman. That's genuinely not the case. Believe it or not, I'm not a horrible person. When I make a video talking about a person such as Safia Voronin, saying how their mask has slipped, I'm not doing it just to be a piece of crud. Before I start the live stream, I would like to shout out my Patreon, Linda Mac. Thank you for your continued support. If anyone else would like to follow suit, there is a QR code on the screen right now which you can scan or just follow the link in the description. Safia the Witch Voronin. Imagine you go on television and encourage people. Actually, I've made videos, 2 videos on, at least 2, and probably covered them in plenty of live stream. Would Ashley Kane and Dollface lie about leukemia? Why do I call her Dollface? What a strange name to give someone. Agreed. I need to show you an image. This is Safia Voronin's Facebook page. For some reason, she decides to put Dollface at the end of her name. Very odd. If you're familiar with my claims, my beliefs to it, about how I think everything about these people are done using doll faces. They're literally superimposing images onto people in half of these shoots. Does that mean that someone doesn't turn up at locations looking like the Beast Ashley Kane? I'm sorry, I'm not being disrespectful when I say that, but this is actually the name he gives himself. The Beast. You said it, my friend. Didn't get a huge amount of views, 217, since January the 3rd, 2021. But I think I make a few relatively good points, actually. These people literally go out there, ask you to donate bits of your baby. It's the sort of thing Disney make films about. Wicked witches disguising themselves as wonderful people, trying to trick people into handing over things that they shouldn't hand over, okay? Put it that way. Organ donation it's not a black and white subject. Personally, I am very, hugely, immensely suspicious that any doctor or any surgeon can replace a human heart, for example. They may be able to repair areas of it. You really think they can take your heart out, monitor and control your blood in the same way as your human heart? Maybe they've tried it. Imagine the testing, the misery, the destruction that would have been caused. Here was mainstream media managed to convince 80,000 people to register stem cells. These people claim that they're getting stem cells off of the baby's umbilical cord. Also, a major place for stem cell creation is fetuses, and I'm not even able to comfortably talk about because it doesn't sit right with me at all. And then these people, are they making up a story? Is this just a doll's face that they've superimposed onto the Beast Ashley Kane, who loves the colour oranges, he loves diamonds, and he loves pentagrams. And he loves Nike as well, promoting his Nike products. This child's treatment plan, their choice of going in and dressing it up.
Baby, illustrating its time in hospital since mid-October, where it apparently endured 16 doses of chemotherapy in just 11 days, and as well as numerous outfit changes. Not only are the...
Despite this baby supposedly being so sick, didn't stop him saying, oh, do you know what? We've really got to promote a new line of clothing on our Instagram account. So you know that sick baby that we've supposedly got? We want to dress it up. Well, no, it's seriously ill. Of course we're not going to let you do that. What kind of parent are you? Nope, didn't happen. They got every single shot. Didn't miss a single costume change. The video that did seem to get some attention is Ashley Kane's £1.5 million lie, where 1,100 views, which for my channel is very good, and it gets lots of comments about how disgusting targeting a family that have lost their daughter. You're just vile. The beautiful girl died. You should be ashamed of yourself. No. Don't shoot the messenger, Cornish calves. Tasha N. Weird vibes from this family. Their daughter is poorly, and they kept shoving the camera in her face. Yep, someone agreeing. Thumb that one up. Here was one I got fairly recently. The only weirdo is you. The little girl passed away. Trust me, thousands lined the streets for the final journey. I was also there. Fair enough. I know people lined the streets, but did you see Ashley Kane couldn't stop smiling for like 2 seconds? He couldn't stop smiling long enough to give a reading about his daughter. Instantly, the minute he looks up, he cracks this massive smile, showing this off as the absolute pile of crud that it is. Safia Voronin, back in the news again. Went on Lorraine Kelly. We're so strong. Safia Voronin fights tears on ITV's Lorraine. You know, anytime you see a headline that says that someone's fighting back tears, watch it and just see, what do you see any tears? Because you don't. Believe me. Do you want to see this person fight back tears? You know they're saying we're so strong. They make a bit of a revelation in this video. I don't know if it's whether it's new information or what, but supposedly she's split with Ashley now. She didn't want to live with the orange beast anymore. They've done their horrible story. They've opened up their new money-making project, and now they're going to part ways. Their story's done. They can go off and play some other character, and we'll never hear from these two people again. They're as interchangeable as that, these people.
We're working so hard with the Azalea Foundation to change a system.
Careful, this woman is looking emotional. Do you think she looked like she might cry any second?
That has been underfunded childhood cancer for far too long, and we are working hard to advance early diagnosis and to bring new treatments to the UK. And it really just makes such a big difference as doing that for the foundation.
I'm very sorry the two of you are no longer together as a couple, but you're very, very much united and together in exactly what you've been talking about the foundation, about saving lives in the future.
Look at him sticking his tongue out. They always do it. They cannot help themselves. Mockery, sticking their tongue out at you.
About honouring your little girl.
Yeah, we will always honour Azalea, and mine and Ashley's friendship is so strong together. We're really good.
I'm really pleased for you. I really am, because you've lost so much. You don't want to lose anymore. You really don't. So it's brilliant that the two of you are working together.
We're so strong.
It's good. And also, I love the fact that you both climbed a mountain. You literally climbed a mountain together. People talk about climbing mountains, don't they?
Yeah.
But you actually did it.
Yeah, we...
Do you think they really did it? Considering they are probably lying about everything, do you really think this person climbed a mountain for a baby that she never gave birth to?
We climbed a mountain.
No, you didn't. You didn't climb no mountain, Safia. You're full of spit.
Emotional when we got to the top, because I felt like myself and Ashley was up there with Azalea.
Well, where was the fighting and back tears? We missed the bit where, look, here's Ashley breaking down in tears after his 100-mile run. These people are absolute full of so much rubbish. It's unreal. You really think this guy's just run 100 miles? No, he has not. These people aren't running 100 miles. They just want you to donate money. Look how amazing we are. We run 100 miles. We climb mountains. We save sick children with our calls. Every single picture of Safia on Instagram has a filter put on the top. You can see that. It's clear. I do think they are using something a lot more technical than just filters. They work in the same way, but they're applied in the editing stage. They're not. But when you see, for example, some of the pictures of the baby, the video it reminded me of is this one. This is off of Ashley Kane's Instagram account. Yo. Just notice on his top there, you've got 2 pentagrams. Says it all. These are people that are going out and asked for like a good few months after the death of their child. They had this GoFundMe calls where they were asking people to donate money to save the life of the child. They've already reported and passed on. The first thing this guy did after the death of his child was went out and bought orange Nike Air trainers, showed them off on Instagram, but he didn't think to take down the Just GoFundMe page. He was in the press. He answers people asking what's going to happen with the money, but he only talks about the Azalea Fund. He goes, oh, we're not even in control of the money being raised by the Azalea Foundation. Yeah, but what about the GoFundMe? Never mentioned anything about the money from that. Rashly, the freak show, Voronin, having their race. Let's see them. Where they're asking people to donate money, yet they're boasting about having 3 bathrooms in their house. They pose next to expensive sports cars. At the end of this ridiculous race where they're getting in the way of cars, for example, unless that was people making sure the streets were kept clear. Perhaps it was part of that entourage. Look, she's got the same pentagram on her top that Ashley has. And again, just look how weird her face is. Look how unusually distorted her face looks throughout this video. Yeah, pentagrams all round. But it isn't until right at the end, just as they finish, as he's waving the camera around, that we see Safia dollface Voronin for exactly what she is. Yeah, this is with the after effects put onto Safia. This is how she looks. This is the image we were confronted with, and you can almost see like a cracking down the side of her head, a black shadow, but it just looks like her whole face is coming apart. At the moment, Safia Voronin, the Wicked Witch of a Disney film. So, yeah, thanks Sunstar Thunder Lightning for being in the live chat. Doesn't she look gorgeous? I'm not being disrespectful of a person for their looks. I'm saying that these people are so evil to the core. There's no escaping it, unfortunately. I mean, what is going on there? It doesn't look quite as we saw her when she was on Lorraine Kelly, supposedly nearly breaking down in tears.
We're an hour and a half, hour and 20 minutes from the start of the day of rest, the Sabbath, and I do observe it. So that's what I'm going to be preparing for. And I will be back Sunday. I'm probably going to go on the Bobby Zones channel and do another live one over there, I expect. Right, let's get rid of this hideous picture. When you look at someone like, Ariana Grande, she's one. Supposedly 10-year-old children are influenced by this person. And it's the start, unfortunately, of a horrible cycle of people being encouraged to worship people like Ashley Kane, Safiye Voronin, to look up to them as some sort of hero or idol. No, not at all. There's only one hero that I've got room for in my life, and that is the Most High. His day starts in an hour and 20 minutes, so I'm going to wind up for the night. I hope you can make it Sunday night. I would say, if you want to help this channel grow, and you wouldn't mind hitting the like button, that does help it appeal to a wider audience. Share it on social media if you can, and if you're not already subscribed, please do. I do agree that they are pushing a dangerous message in this music. Thanks, Sunstar, Random Games. I do appreciate you tuning in. We say all the noise they call music is witchcraft to pull you in and keep you enslaved. Interesting you say that. Yeah, one last little bit of promo. Bringing out another. It will be called Bobby's. Something I talked about once before. This post is on Patreon. It's free to read actually, so I'm gonna leave a link to it, and it should be out within the next month or so. If you want to read that, it is on Patreon. The link will be in the description. Yeah, I'm gonna say goodnight. I'm gonna play out with our music. And once again, big thanks to Sunstar, otherwise known as Random Games, for commenting in the live chat, and Linda Mack for supporting me over on Patreon. And anyone that's bought a copy of my book, Unreasonable Request, if you want to leave a review, that would also be helpful. Alright guys, have a good Sabbath day, have a good weekend. Sundown tonight till sundown tomorrow. Just try not to buy, try not to sell. Have a day where you're respectful of our Creator. It's not much to ask, 24 hours, that's all it goes on for. Alright. I love you all, and have a good weekend. Cheerio.